Long Sensei, nice to meet you.
Okay, I guess we can get started. So, I have to say that we doing also a recording for this call. So if you don't feel comfortable or to have your face maybe in the video, you can switch off your camera. Okay, first of all, I will be the moderator for this Sakura Science Exchange Program experience sharing session. My name is Chanun Pornumrod. I'm also part of this Sakura Science Program. And today we gonna give you a brief overview of the thing we have done last 2 weeks in Japan and share our experience. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to start by inviting our PI of this program, Dr. Vijak Yospanya from WPI AIMR, to give an opening speech and to tell us more a little bit about this program.
Okay, thank you, Shannon. So I think, well, it has been a very kind of journey, I think, that we have been together. So as I might have told many of you that Shannon and I, we met since 2011 at Tohoku University for the bachelor program. And since then we went separate ways in the grad school, but after we both become like researchers in the academy, we really think that we want to do something together. We want to collaborate. So we have brought read I think we have written like a few applications in terms of exchange and research together. But this is the first one that we succeeded. So I was very happy. And so we invited, so I invited 8 people, including Shannon and his team, and also another team, Ajahn Rung and her team also, 8 people to Sendai to see um, what we could do together. And the topic was biomass utilization. So in Thailand, we have a diverse biomass resources from agricultures, from food waste. There are many. The diversity of the biomass in Thailand are so diverse and much more different than in Japan. While in Japan, people are also working on biomass transform to high value materials such as catalyst materials, especially in uh, AIMR, our institute. So we want to couple these two, the technique in Japan and then the resource in Thailand. And also what is missing is the device itself. That's why we involved Chanon and and Rong Rong, because these two are very good at composing the materials and make it the devices. So I think this is kind of like all-in-one package of what we wanted to deliver as a still like young scientist. And I I really think that the idea is not only just to join the research together, but also to create a diversity in the research theme fields, but also nationalities, ages, genders. So this is something that I considered when we started this program. And as you can see in this photo, that we have like mix of male and female. We have mix of students to postdocs and faculties. We have like Thai in this one, Thai, Indian, Indonesian, and we're in Japan. So at the end, I think I will hear what the feedback of the experience from participants soon. I hope they all enjoy, and I really hope that this is the beginning of the collaboration, the bigger collaboration to come soon. So thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Dr. Vijak, for the opening remarks. So I would like to also emphasize a little bit more that, yeah, biomass is can be alternative carbon source to, fossil fuels, and the thing that we are now very fighting on having the war, going in Iraq and Iran right now. The university in Thailand, they are considering asking the professors, the student to work from home to save the electricity, to save the fuels. So yeah, the country like Thailand, where we have a lot of biomass, we really need the technologies from Japan, from the collaboration around the world to help up value those biomass, to make sure that we have materials, we have energy, and we have resources for other applications. So yeah, I think it's a very good program. But I will not say much more thing and let the participants really share what we have done in 8 days during our time in Japan, and share their experience. So first of all, we will be talking about the schedule of the program, and Dr. Pira and Ari, from my lab, will share their experience. Please, go ahead. Oh, and I would like to mention that at the end of this session, we will have a little bit of Q&A for those who might be interested to organize such program, or if you have any questions, we have like 10 to 15 minutes at the end. Okay, Ari, Pira.
Okay. So, minasan, konnichiwa. Good afternoon, everyone. So today, maybe I will be the one first who would like to start about sharing a memorable experience from our visit to Tohoku University. So during this visit, I had the opportunity to learn from several researchers at the Advanced Institute for Material Research in Tohoku University, and their work is really opened my perspective and how creative and also impactful science research can be. So in this presentation, I will briefly share what I learned and how it inspires the new ideas. So on the first day, I had the opportunity to learn from Hiroshi Yabu Sensei in Professor Yabu's lab, and it truly opened my perspective about the science. Actually, the one of the most interesting, like he explained that the blood as a waste, it can be utilized as a materials for zinc ion batteries. And during the session also, he teach us also how to prepare the sample and also conduct the experiment. And the last is like we try to testing the performance in zinc ion batteries. And in the same session, I also had a chance to meet Dr. Ji Chen and also Professor Makisomitsu Sensei, which like they share about insight about the research and also introduce the history and about the AIMR in Tohoku University. So from this experience, I gained not only like a new knowledge, but also like some of a new perspective for me. Okay, so I think next is will introduced by Pira.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon over there. I mean here also good afternoon. So like as Ari have discussed about the experiment that we are found like gain so much interest from Professor Yabu's lab. So here I would like to share my attraction also that I participate on this Sakura Science program. So I would like also to share like during my childhood time, we used to scrub a lot these like black pot to make it shiny. These are aluminum. So during that time, like I never realized, like don't know much about these soft charcoal, hard charcoal, but I used to choose all the time soft charcoal for scrubbing because it make more shiny and smooth. So maybe this type of soft charcoal we can apply for our research also, especially like me who are working on these light current collector for making electrodes. So I think this also is one of the idea that I gain, like that it insert when I'm in this when I'm participate in this SSP. And then like this hard charcoal also, it's not like we can say that it is totally waste. It is very good light for making lights in a charcoal stove. For us, we use most of the time light for making us warm, especially during winter. And then this all ideas it came when I listened the lecture by the Dr. Chen. So she explained about the chemical component of woody biomass. So from this lecture I gained a lot that based on this arrangement of this cellulose lignin this cellulose, it can create like soft charcoal and hard charcoal. But during that time when I was small, I don't know anything about chemistry. So we just carry on with by looking only, not by not by going depth. So another one, this is my light weakness when I were in a bachelor. So when my teachers taught us about this chirality, achiral, I used to hate a lot. I used to say that what is this type of studies? It doesn't make any sense for me during that time. Like he just explained that we put mirror image and then rotate. It doesn't make any sense at all. But until I reach that, make me more hate about organic maybe during the time. But when I reach in Oda's lab, Dr. Vijay, he explained. At first, he gave us light to test about the sense. So from this also, I remember about when we study about the enzyme thing, that lock and key, but it doesn't give me the like this theory of, like it doesn't give me an interest to search about this theory of olfaction. Then with him I get to know that in our body, like the amino, let's say the protein, it interact with these chiral product based on their enantiomers, so we can get a different smell. So I really appreciate him, and also even he shows us practical demonstration, like he can synthesize uh, this chirality. He can synthesize in his lab with this chirality. It can give like another direction of helical structure, just based on these like enantiomer. So I really appreciate him that he shows this. Maybe it made me give me interest, not like to hate all the time of this chiral theory. So thank you very much. So next, maybe PJ will share some of the interest that he gained from there. PJ.
Oh, hello everyone. Everybody hear me clearly? Okay, so I won't take too much time. I think this trip is quite very wonderful for me to be back to Tohoku and Sendai again. And I gain a lot of experience both in academics and like cultural uh, and many things. So I think I won't. I haven't visited much place, but I think the place that I visit plenty of the story and history, like a temple in Matsushima that they maybe stand at that place maybe over 1,200 years. I think it's very pleased to be a part of the history at that place. And uh, maybe we have a trip to Tokyo to see the many things like research center for the company. I think that's quite very uh, interesting and impressive for me. I think it's and after this trip, I think they there has a many things that inspire me to do a new thing at my lab and my work as well. I think it's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Uh, So my experience in Japan was very excited because it was my first time to visiting this country. On the second day, we went to an onsen hotel in Yumoto Kicho in Naruto. I gained a lot of experience from this student teaching presentation. After that, we went to skiing on Onikube Resort Park. It was my first time to seeing snow and skiing. Skiing was very fun, even though I fell to the snow many times. The view from the top of mountain was very beautiful. Later, we visit to Oda Lab and Yabu Lab respectively. At Oda Lab, we conducted an experiment and a zinc air battery. After that, we present our poster section where we talk with many people and saw in many projects that they work. I gained many news, idea, and inspiration from this section. Thank you.
Okay, and for the last day that we lived in Japan, we went to Satoyo company to learn about their technology. It was very interesting to see how the company has a long history and has continued to develop and evolve until today. And after that, we was visit in Asakusa Temple to see the Japanese culture and see the beautiful temple. Is It was very beautiful temple, and we were also very lucky to see the sakura flower. It's very beautiful too. Before we go back home, yeah. And finally, we would like to say thank you very much for this program. We are very happy and truly appreciate
opportunity. We would like to say thank you for everyone that made this program possible, and especially Dr. Vichak, who took care of us during this program. Thank you very much.
Okay, I guess that's the feedback from our participants. Let me next invite Dr. Rong Rong to say something about this program.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Shannon. And Dr. Vichak. Firstly, I think this program is very different, and it just gave me a very eye-opening experience and the time for me to be in Japan. Because most of the time when I went to Japan, it's always just me attending a conferences that I only have like a couple days. So I didn't have enough time to discuss and discuss or meet and understand each other. And I think that the beauty of this program is that opportunity to not only just do did like a hands-on experiment in the lab, learn something new, but I actually get to spend time together for maybe longer than a conference. And it's not too long. I wish it was a little bit longer, but yeah, it was a good 7 days of understanding, what you guys eat, how you guys kind of the hours of working hours and the style of the experimental lab and how you conduct the experiment in the lab, and got to do a lot of exchanging some ideas and also the practice and also the lab organization. So I thought that was really wonderful experience for me. I would think that I would want to adapt a lot, maybe some part that would work for Thailand back into my lab too. Um, yeah, and it was also like Dr. Vichak gave us a lot of room to discuss with many people. With we had a workshop on the first, I guess, on the first day that we kick off the thing. So we had a full day of workshop, and that actually was the first time I saw a student pitch. I never saw a student pitch before. And somehow I think the Professor Nishihara organized it really well, because most of the time you would think that pitch would be like for a prototype or something, but that student pitch just make me see, I make me feel a little bit more relieved that, the next generation is still doing great. So we don't have to worry too much. But also they're like all passionate about their work and, like they know about what they're doing. And yeah, it was a great like ice breaking. Maybe I use that as a next time to do the ice breaking between different group. Yeah, that the first day workshop was interesting, but a little bit more relaxed setting. But then when we back to the Tohoku, I forgot the campus name. When we back to the Tohoku campus, we also have another setting. Like we had like a conference room kind of setting, so a little bit more serious in terms of presentation. But like with these like many like days of and different feeling of event, I got to talk serious science at some event, and I got to talk about life or like the lab culture in another event in more relaxed setting. So I think it's just really really like wonderful experience that I got. And I if there's any opportunity in the future, I would be super happy in like help organizing or do something. And I also can see a lot of smile on our student face, and of course Dr. Shannon, because he must be happy to be back to be back there, to get
Yeah.
to spend some time there too. So yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Rongrong, for a heartfelt message. Yeah, so finally, I think I will say something about my experience as well. I remember the first day that Vichak told me that, oh, we got this funding, and I went ahead and told my students. They were so excited. I haven't told them that what they have to do next, but the next day they already make an appointment to make a passport. I haven't told them at all that, okay, next we have to make passport, we have to buy flight. They already went ahead by themselves and get the passport. That shows how excited they were. And for me as well, I get to be back in Japan after so many years, and this time getting to spend a little bit longer, that's also very valuable. I got to know that Robert can spend a lot of time in onsen. I I sat with him maybe 20 minutes and he still keep on going. I almost passed out already. But yeah, it's a very good experience to get to know. And I mentioned this in my closing speech during the conference that one thing I realized, and I haven't realized this when I was in Japan, is to make a meaningful connection with Japanese people, with Japanese culture, with the lab there. It's very important to meet in person. I would like to share one story. So a year ago, I applied for this Nexus JST funding program, and at that time, the topic was um, microbial conversion, something like that. And I don't have expertise, but we have to find collaborator in Japan. So I email randomly to the professor in Hiroshima University. And at that time, because we didn't have much time, we managed to finish our application and submit it. A month later, the professor, he messaged me and said, okay, we would like to visit you in Thailand. We have our own funding. We will come. And that made me realize that, yeah, in Japanese culture, it's very important to come and meet in person and get to know each other before we move forward. And I think that's the whole point of this Sakura program. I got to meet many amazing people and to establish some meaningful connection. And I hope that we continue this program afterwards. I mean, continue this collaboration after this program. And it doesn't have to end here. This is just the beginning. And as Professor Rongrong said, it's a very amazing time that we get to discuss not only the science, but also life, how we manage our laboratory, how we how we cope with the situation that is going on around the world, the war, the AI. So there are many topics that we get to discuss and share during the time in the Sakura program. So I'm very grateful for that. And I will take any more of the time. But lastly, I would like to thank everybody again from AIMR, especially Vijay, who make this happen, and Professor Suemitsu, who helped organize and coordinate this program, and the rest of the staff at AIMR. So before we go to the Q&A, I would like to invite those who still have their camera off to switch on their camera and we take a group photo together. Yeah. So if you are comfortable, please turn on your camera. Okay. I will do the screenshots. Give maybe 20 more seconds. We have how many people now? 12. Okay. Seems like a good number. Oh, Professor Nagao is here as well from JIST. Right. All right, let's take a group photo. Okay, the formal one, 3, 2, 1. Okay, another one, we do some peace for pose, I guess. 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's leave. Vichak, do you have anything to add before we go to the Q&A?
No, I think that's I'm very happy to hear that everyone have a wonderful time, not only about research, but also other things regarding how to survive in this swarm of difficulties as a researchers with all the information flushing, with all the expectations that everyone has to have a high level, I don't know, high level science daily outcome, but with a lot of fake informations and misleading. I think it's very important, yeah, as Arong Rong and Shannon said, that we as a young researchers, because we are in the same situations, like senior researchers, they already like established in it. So I really hope that this is a start of like Thailand and Japan together to form the alliance so that the young researchers like us can move forward steadily and more sustainably, like in a way that we are keeping our strong science, but also not to destroy ourselves in the process of this mess around us. Yeah. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now it's time for Q&A. Or if you have anything to share, please. I think we should put Robbie on the spot and ask him to
Oh, Shannon.
to
Okay.
defend himself about the onsen time.
Yeah, I don't think that's appropriate, but I enjoyed it very much. It was wonderful, and then skiing together was also wonderful. And Sharon, you had some concerns about your posture as you are skiing and how parallel your skis are. It's beautiful. You don't need to worry about that. Just keep doing the same job. So just briefly, I'm especially excited to see my dear friend, collaborator Tachigawa Sensei being here because he was the one who first introduced me to the Sakura Science Program by inviting me to the Yokohama City University Quantum Physical Chemistry Gathering, and was able to work with Jung Suttiwong Sensei from Ubon Ratchathani University. And not just that, but she was brave enough to send the student Pim Bautam to come work with me for a year at Okanagan, University of British Columbia. And so we are now in the process of designing the cover art for her publication in Organic and Biomolecular Chemistry Journal of the Royal Society of Chemistry. So I have also some background, and I think I have visited Japan before several times, but perhaps it was one of the most productive meeting in terms of reconnecting with Tachikawa Sensei, meeting the Japanese colleagues, and inviting students and students coming and really producing new scientific results and insights. So that's why I'm very enthusiastic about the Sakura Science. And I heard that I think from this year the Western countries are no longer supported by the Sakura Science Program, which, to be honest, fair enough, because I think the money should be spent more towards Southeast Asia. But anybody I can talk to in Canada, I always say just get the money from other funding sources in the US and join these programs. So please do invite Western universities, professors, because these are really, really important to see them and understand. Like to me, just focusing back on the event, one of the biggest takeaway, in addition to meeting all of you and joking and having fun and soaking our potatoes in the hot spring, that the beauty of how, and it's not just the beauty, but the authenticity of how you can talk about such important economical problems such as bio-waste management and value-added chemical and value-added agriculture type research project, that I think in the Western world, especially with the government or funding agency, they forget about this. They consider these are like so mundane, there is no nano, bio, magneto, and cancer, and all these buzzwords, that it's kind of anticipate that it has to be on your grant to be funded. And I see like how beautiful you bring together the local resources, the local needs, and or the regional needs, regional resources, or the countrywide, and you really focus on doing great fundamental science that has a very well-defined goal. So I really congratulate on this, and I'm taking this back home with me when I go back, and I will talk about that this is something that we need to learn from Japan, from Thailand, and I assume in many Southeast Asian countries. This spirit of, instead of kind of forcing to find a way to rationalize why looking at the tail of the wave function is so important, turning it around and really identify problems, go at it, and trust that even if not just your lab, but other labs, international collaborations, you will be able to solve the problem, or at least contribute to somebody else may pick it up where you started, and then contribute meaningfully. So for me was that's really great. And of course, the students' enthusiasm, how serious they were presenting, and how nervous they were with those short little presentations. 2 minutes. I don't think I can give a talk in 2 minutes. I mean, it's to me, it's impossible. So it's even my introduction takes longer than 2 minutes. If you remember that
Yes.
Nishihara Sensei was just reading. 2 minutes time is up. So I really enjoyed, and I'm very thankful to be included, and looking forward to staying in touch and start working together, maybe sending students, hosting students. If not, then we work together, exchange ideas, and hopefully we will have publications and grants and so on. So thank you so much. Kapung Khai.
Thank you very much for your remark. Okay. I guess we have time for maybe one or two questions, or sharing anything experience. Anyone from the audience would like to share something or ask any questions? If there is none, maybe I would like to invite Vijak to tell us a little more about the application process and a little more about the Sakura Science Program in general, how many track that they have and how other people, other researcher maybe can apply in the future, and maybe at the end give a closing remark and we can end this call.
Okay, so I think, for example, maybe Tachikawa Sensei and Nagao Sensei would be more professional because I think they have like maybe get accepted many. For me, it was the first time that I applied and I got it. So the Sakura Science, but this is also I think important for the Thai side also in the future if you want to collaborate in the Sakura Science program. So Sakura Science program, I think they open three rounds a year, basically in the spring and summer and winter. So there are three periods, and each period, I think the project around 75 projects adopted in the three different form. There are the shorter form with like more cultural but much larger groups, or like us, which is like a smaller one but a little bit long with a workshop, but and also like very long, like 28 days or something. So there are these three, and also there's another one which is category D, which is like for the 1 year funding, which I think we will try to apply for next because that is the most flexible one. The application process is very simple. You fill out a lot of Excel. Good thing is I don't have to make figures. I was very happy because when we write the proposals, we have to make a lot of figures, but this one we just fill the Excel. So, but the problem is that they only accept Japanese. So that means most of the work are on the Japanese PI side, not the counterparts, because at the end you have to proofread and translate everything to Japanese, check, and so that's why I'm very happy for Mrs. Sensei and all the AMR team who helped me check all these things before it gets sent. And also the plan after accepted. And even right now, I still get the emails about the report. Like we have to correct something for the JST. Still keep running like 4 or 5 emails, but it's okay. So that's pretty much the process. And the beauty of Sakura Science Program is that the participants can be from junior high school to faculties, young researchers. So it's a really like a very open-minded program, and I think that is why for us it was very easy for us to come up with something when the administrative or the the purpose or like visions of the programs are open, then it's where real science can emerge. Because if it's like you have to go with only this field, you have to go with only these particular people, that's when you limited what the imagination. But this one, it's beautiful. You can think of like culturals or social science. It can be anything, and it can be with anyone. So that's the beauty, I think, of this program. Yeah, and again, for the closing, I really thank again the staff who involved in this, both in the AIMR and the main the university main unit, and also people in Chulalongkorn University. Also all the participants to finally to try, because everybody is busy, I know, and one of the students actually had to postpone his test to be here. So I really thank 8 participants from Thailand, and I also thank all of you who may not actually directly get some like impact or benefit from joining me, but just to be interested. I think I'm very happy that I see the outcomes, even though it's very tiring, but at the end, I think it's worth every minute of the time that we spend together working on this program and running this program. And I can't wait what would be the next one for us. Yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. So I think it's time to end this talk in this call. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us today and spending your time with us for this 40-minute sessions. I hope I will see you around. And yeah, time to say goodbye. Thank you very much.